Welcome to Blueprint the Culture. I am your host, Talia Johnson Huff, and I am excited to be here today. I am joined by someone super amazing running an organization that is super amazing, and we have so much to talk about, so I'm literally going to jump right in. Everyone, welcome. Ms. Lauren Jenkins from the Canisius Women Business Center. Lauren, I'm happy to have you. Please introduce yourself and tell us all things Lauren Jenkins.
Oh my gosh. Talia, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I've been so excited to come on the show. I feel like you blew into my life, a month ago maybe? Yeah. And I've been changed ever since. So I recently took the position as the executive director of the Women's Business Center. And the things at Canisius, the things going on there are amazing. And I'm so excited to continue to blow the doors off and bring in so many more women within the community, within business, partners, to be able to uplift all of the programming and all of the things that we're doing, which is essentially an incubator for small businesses, for women in business, for anything from access to capital to education around marketing to lending to legal services, one-on-one business coaching, all the things. But then the thing that, again, in my relatively short time, I'm coming up on 3 months, I think.
Oh my God, it seems like it's been so much longer.
I've lived a whole life in the best way.
Right.
But the thing that sets this community apart is our community of women. Yeah. There's something about women coming together in a community and creating these safe spaces and experiencing this journey that is entrepreneurship. Yes. Right?
Which is a fun one.
Is very fun. It's really fun. It's also, it can be really scary. It can be really lonely.
So challenging.
Yeah.
Especially being a woman. It's different than being a man in business. It just is what it is. Right? We just have to call it like we see it, which is why a place like the Canisius Women Business Center exists, because things are different for us. And it's very similar to when you speak about minority and women, right? And a certification, and not to cut you off, but you just kind of...
We're just vibing.
You gave me a segue and I just jumped in.
I gave you it in and take the ramp.
You did. But when we speak about minority and women-owned businesses, we know that, the certification, the numbers speak for themselves. And so there's a lot of women who have, businesses, and they're going after government contracting. And then when you look at the fact that this is an MWBE, you see a lot of the minorities are not making those numbers, right? Yeah. And so it's very similar when you compare men and women. It's like you see now that women are starting to take charge. They are coming out of the homes and into businesses, and they are, building up. But at one point, it wasn't that way. Yep. And I like to think it's because of places like the Canisius Women's Business Center.
No, and it's so true. We actually were in Albany. So the Women's Business Center is one of so many across the country. Yeah. I don't know the exact number across the country, but I know that there are 9 within the state of New York, and helping women in business. And one of the things that we did, we went to Albany to go meet with various legislators and to advocate for the services and ultimately the economic impact that we're making across the state.
Yes.
And in doing the research, though, it was wild. Women-owned business enterprises make up 40% of the businesses across the country. Yet they represent, don't we really
got you.
Critically fact check me on these numbers because I might be inverting them, but about 9% of that is the amount contribution to employment, and 12% is revenue across the country, which is insane.
Wow.
But the thing is, it's not for lack of ambition or lack of wanting or any of those things. It's for lack of, access and support and resources and even education and all of these different things to be able, the things that you and I have talked about with the MWB certifications and all of those things that's a whole world that I'm excited to learn more about.
Right,
but that's something that unlocks so many doors.
Yeah, it's a key, but there's so many others. Yes. And then you can solve the problem of being certified. You get certified, you obtain your certification, but you still have access.
Yep.
But then that's when we start talking about equity. And that's when we start talking about readiness.
Yep.
And those are some of the things that minority and women as a whole lack across across our state for sure, but really more than that. But definitely across the state, it's an access versus an equity versus a readiness. And so that's what we are focused on.
That's the journey, right? We want to be able to give them that access. And then but when they have that access, then what do they do with it? And,
Come on.
And I mean, I don't know about you, but there's a lot of things that I can teach people. There's a lot of things I have no business teaching people.
Let's talk about that.
I'm going to pull in.
How important is that to acknowledge, though? You know, I think we're in a day and age that everyone's a guru.
Yeah.
Everyone knows something. Everyone's teaching something. Like people are mimicking, mocking. You know, it's like, oh, I got a podcast. You got a podcast. We got a podcast. Or, I got a censor. You got a censor. We got a censor. And it's like the work is plenty, but the laborers are few. And so when we speak about, this work, it's work.
Yeah.
And, I know as you're smiling, you are beautiful. Like sitting across from Lauren, if you cannot see, like she is gorgeous, right? She is gleaming with sunshine and beauty.
I'm just trying to match your energy.
And yet I know the work. I know the work. I know the work. I know the long nights. I know the early mornings. I know raising children, having a husband and having a family and still doing all of these things for your community because you love the community and because of your passion. And I would love for you you just talked about like the 90 days. She's answered like 12 of my questions and I literally only have 8. But and speaking of the gap, that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about is the gap that exists when we're talking about women in business and what specifically are some things that Canisius Women's Business Center is providing for that gap for women.
Yeah. So coming into the space, my through line has always been marketing, business development from anywhere within corporate. I've been in marketing agencies. I do own my own business. We'll get into that. I also I managed marketing for one of 43 North startups. So I kind of got into the seed funding, right? But so I call myself a utility player.
I like it.
I know a lot of
I like it.
Right? But there's such a through line across all of the different things that that every business needs or how you approach things. It always comes back to who your audience is and what is it, like, how are you meeting them? How are you solving their pain points? What is it that they're truly seeking and all that? Yeah. Anyway, I get on that soapbox because I'm taking that lens to our programming. I want to understand based on if you're starting from the point of having that idea about a business, right? Like it's been nagging at you and it won't leave you alone. And
can't go to sleep at night.
You can't go to sleep and you're just like, there's something about this, but I'm going to keep putting it off because that seems scary or whatever. But then the other side of you is like, well, if you don't do this and you're a total failure or you're total whatever, like YOLO.
Right. Hello.
But anyway, like from that point all the way to starting, all the way to scaling, right? So I'm taking that perspective, looking at all of our programming that we have, which is we do have one-on-one business coaching where we'll sit down and talk to you. We have some business coach mentors. We'll be like, where are you at? Where do you want to be? And we're going to connect you with the different resources and the programs that we have and get you on that right track.
That's awesome.
Are you are you building? Do you need to set up the infrastructure to make that first dollar? Do you need to form the business first? We've got that idea. Are we going to take that step to actually make
realize
it an official thing? And then to the next point about, do you need to hire? Are we getting a brick and mortar? Are we opening another one? But being able to take everybody along that journey. And we do have all of those things at the Women's Business Center. We have our build cohort, which is essentially, or actually I'm going to back up because I started one because I saw a gap, which was, how are we meeting those people or those women that have that nagging idea? I know with my business, I thought about it for probably 2 years before I actually pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah.
Yes. And there were a lot of reasons why. But then when I really started, I still will never forget when I put it out there that this was something that I was doing. It was probably one of the scariest things I've ever done. And I was embraced by everyone. They're like, Lauren, that's so amazing. But now they're going to hold me accountable to this, right?
Hello.
I was like,
let's produce, Lauren.
I'm like, oh no, they're going to ask me about it. I'm like, don't worry, no, there's nothing to see over here.
That's so cute.
But anyway, so I want to bring all of those women in to be able to say, hey, like even, and we know our families and our friends, and like they're the best, and they're our cheerleaders, and they also don't want us to get hurt either. So you know, when you have this idea and they're like, oh, are you sure? So my business is a flower. I have a monthly flower subscription business, and
which is amazing.
I like. My love language is flowers. If something's happening in your life, you're going to be getting flowers from me. Like, it's just always
Don't
been
send
the
me no
case,
flowers.
right?
No,
Well, I mean, I'm waiting for a big moment.
right.
But ultimately, I started the business in 2020, like so many. But ultimately, I wanted to, like, there was a lot going on with Black Lives Matter and all of these different things. And me as just, like, I'm waking up to a lot of the realities happening within our community across the world, and things that I was like, oh, we're still doing that. That's like, I mean, just like little white girl over here, just like
this is still going on.
This is still happening. But and it was just, what can I do?
Yeah.
And I had this idea about the flower business, and I wanted to do a subscription because I come from the business world. I was like, what's my continuity play? What's my recurring revenue? How am I going to keep this moving? How am I going to retain my customers? How am I going to be able to do this with a full-time job? Because I kind of fell into the entrepreneurship thing. I was never thinking about it being I'm going to take that jump and that's going to sustain me. But I want to build something that could.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is smart.
Yeah. So, but then I also wanted to have some kind of component about giving back. So I was like, well, if I'm doing that, and if I put a percent to different nonprofits and charities and things that are doing amazing things in the community.
So smart, Lauren.
And then I go and I meet all these incredible organizations, which actually plug at the moment is we're partnering with Crisis Services this month. I know it's SAAM, but ultimately, and $10 from every bouquet that's going out is going to go to Crisis Services. And then
shout out to Crisis Services.
Yeah, Crisis Services. They're doing
awesome.
Such incredible work.
And where can we get access to your bouquets? Like to be able to, how can we subscribe? Like how can someone?
Thank you for asking, Talia.
Yes.
I was waiting for you to get on that ramp. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, girl, hurry up.
I was going to tell you. flowerstudioco.com.
So you guys are doing, because what you just described and what you're bringing to Canisius Women's Business Center is life cycle of a business.
Yes.
So it's like a business can help be born here. And then we're going to support that business over time. We're going to be with you as we babysit that business and watch it grow up and be a self-sustaining business that is now able to employ people, you know? And then if you need help with funding, where do we find that?
Exactly.
Right here. You know, it's like, it's an ecosystem for women businesses. And it's a center that offers things like the Ignite. But
I know we got to get to that. You brought
me
in full circle also, because I'm like, where was I going with
that? It's kind of my job, so it's okay. Like, I don't mind doing it. You are led by passion, passionate people. Listen, I get in trouble all the time. We were shortlisted for a project, and I had to do a presentation. I was so passionate about this. I can't speak about it yet, but I was so passionate about this project that I rambled. I was rambling, and no one stopped me.
Are you saying that I was rambling, Talia?
No,
I was.
But here's the thing. Then I was approached, and someone was like, "You did amazing." Like that. Like basically, that sold us. That let me know, like, my passion was speaking. It sounded like rambling to me, but it was my passion speaking. You speak with passion, and you know, a passionate person can, you know, see that in a passionate person. But of course, it's my job to watch the time.
Yeah,
so I'm just going
to
I'm going to reel it in. Like, listen, one thing about me, I'm going to have your back.
I love that about it. And like, I saw that from day one. And that's why we've got our amazing team. Shout out to Cheryl. Like,
Patterson,
keeping us on track.
Patterson Communications. Y'all already know. This is an ecosystem.
But it really is. And that's, so to bring my rant home, that was one of the things where when I started my business, and I've been in that point and creating that community for women to come in, like, it's okay. You can explore this in a room of other women, like considering or wanting or about to, or maybe they did start going down this journey and need that safe space, that community and the resources and the support to keep going. I think I started mentioning about like family, friends, all that things. They love you. They want you to succeed. They want to protect you, but they might not be the ones being like, you should really do that. They might be like, is that the best
They're
thing?
nervous.
They're
nervous.
Know?
And some of them have never jumped in their lives. And let's just be honest.
Yes. And that's something when we started this fast track to be able to do that, I was like, this is how we're going to bring women in and have them start from that point and then show them what's possible and then funnel them into all of the things that we have to be able to make that possible and to give them the confidence to be able to go do that. All the way up to the point where they're getting an award at the Ignite Awards. Did you see how I did that? I ultimately got there.
I was trying to make the mic sound like the crowd. I can't do it. I don't. I am so excited about the Ignite. First of all, last year I attended Ignite and it was so funny. I get there and I'm like, okay, and I go in and I know everybody and I'm like, hey, everyone.
Of course you do. And like this, literally the day after I met you, I was like the amount of star power that if I say your name, I just know if I like, well, I know Talia, and they're just like, oh, you do. I'm like, this is my.
Is it a get out of jail free card yet? I'm trying to work on it.
I mean, we're gonna get it there.
I know, Talia, don't give me a ticket. I'm trying to get there. So if any cops want to like become friends with me, please feel free to sign up at taliahuff.com. No, I'm just joking. But I was there at Ignite last year, and it was awesome. And I'm super excited because I see that the vision of Ignite is just so big that it's able to grow. And that's what you all do at the Canisius Women Business Center is the growth, the life cycle of a business. And so watching the life cycle of Ignite and, being able to be one of the judges, and sit around these women and look at all these businesses who are coming through this pipeline and being nominated and the things that are being said about them and what they have been doing.
Wasn't it amazing?
It was amazing.
I mean, I was the peanut gallery. I was not judging by any means. I brought in but I'm just still like,
she kept her hands clean.
I did. I really did. But what amazing things are happening in this community.
Oh my gosh.
We had, and this year, we've more than doubled the number of nominees that we had in, like, I think last year or previous year, with like 60 women who have been nominated across our 4 awards. So we have the Emerging Entrepreneur Award, the Impact Award, the Changemaker Innovator Award, and then the Woman Business Owner of the Year Award.
Awesome.
And it's just, I'm so excited about it. And one of the things too, and we are ultimately reimagining the platform of it this year too, where last year or previous years, so we're in our 9th year, previous years we had, we had always had an amazing networking afternoon event where we would go and celebrate the different awards and the women who were nominated and who won the awards. And one of the things that I was saying, like, well, we need to like get dressed up. We need to celebrate this. This needs to be a moment on the Western New York calendar. We need to blow the doors off. But also, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, if I want an award, I want everyone to be there. I want this to be a moment where I can invite my friends and my family and like celebrate that moment, like the courage to do it, and then to suddenly be up there accepting a nomination, being a finalist, and ultimately winning. Like, I don't know. I'm just getting chills thinking about it.
It's amazing. And we need recognition. Like sometimes, it's like, we get it. It's like, okay, you got to pat yourself on the back. The song says sometimes you got to encourage yourself. I'm not going to sing it. But sometimes you have to encourage yourself. And you know what? For most of us, that's more often than not. It's not a sometimes thing. It's like you most times have to encourage yourself to continue to keep going because no one is there when finances is looking funny, when your ends, they probably ain't never met.
Yeah.
And so when you're in these spaces and that type of thing is happening, it's like something like this is so important so that your family who was a little bit nervous or those who were even naysayers or, shout out to your haters can be in the room as well and be able to, really watch you glow because you put in the work. And the Ignite is where we watch your light shine. Yeah. And so how amazing that 9 years.
I know.
And it's only getting bigger and better.
It's only getting bigger.
Can we talk about, oh my gosh, that's not right.
That's not right.
Y'all gotta give me some more time. Okay. I need more time.
This is what happens though. We've
been
really doing well though. Can we pat ourselves on the back?
Yeah, we should.
I think we're doing really well.
We should pat ourselves. And we must pat ourselves on the back. I am excited
for a time frame. I guess everyone else can decide if this conversation's worthy, but at the same time.
Can y'all like and subscribe and make sure y'all comment on this? So my excitement is really around the Absolute Ignite Awards, but I am going to tell you, I'm not shading Ignite, but I am excited about tonight.
I know, me too.
I am so excited about tonight because, okay, people have their favorite places. I just happen to have one that I believe belong, I can have and hold till death do us part. And that is, I'm not going to let you say it. I'm not going to introduce your event that's happening tonight.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
I'm not going to do it.
So we are having our our Ignite Awards nominee happy hour over at WXYZ bar over at 500 Pearl. We are so excited. I mean, ultimately, this is the networking. The other thing, I want to squeeze as much out of this Ignite Awards as possible to be able to bring everyone together. So we have invited all of the nominees and everyone in the community to come out and to celebrate, to meet them, and just, again, like creating that community of women in business and the community and the supporters and everyone who's there to lift them up and cheer them on. And I just can't wait. So it's going to be awesome. $1 from every drink is going to be going to support the Women's Business Center at Canisius and everything that we do to support this community. But also, more importantly, it's just to meet everyone, to establish those networks. And it's amazing. And then also just to generate some excitement leading up to May 8th, which is the Ignite Awards. Tickets are still, early bird tickets are still on sale currently. Up until tomorrow.
Okay. Ooh. I better get your tickets.
So we got to do that. Are we going to put like a link in the show notes or something?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Otherwise, you can go to thewomensbusinesscenter.com, and then the first pop-up on there is to go to the Ignite Awards.
Yes.
Keep the URL short. But yeah, it's just going to be amazing. So come have a drink with us. Come hang out. It's going to be casual, just community generating excitement. I can't wait to meet. So like I said, just listening to so many of these women and the businesses that they've created, the opportunity, the jobs, the economic impact. I mean, everything. And just ultimately bringing that dream, the beautiful dream into the world and sharing it with everyone. I love this so much. There's so many things I love about, what the Ignite Awards stand for. Last year, Lisa Hicks, who was leaving, she was a host last year. Okay,
which was so funny, right? So she was like leaving out of shout out to
who I just
Brandy.
met.
Yes. Shout out to Brandy Merriweather, who just let my friends just left out of here, but she was hosting last year, and there's so many amazing people who have touched this, who have been a part of it, and I just really want to reiterate that. It's happening tonight at 500 Pearl, WXYZ Lounge, and it is open to the public, right? And so I definitely want people to understand, like, listen, if you are a woman and you are thinking, and hey, listen, this is not only like women only.
Yeah, we like
men come out because we need your support and we need you to open your wallet. Hey, have a good time with us.
We're going to be there from 5 to 8.
5 to 8, we are there. It's 3 hours, 2 bars, 1 cause. So definitely, it's the 321 at 500 Pearl. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Me, I love it. It is such a good time, but this is the time to come out, hand out your business cards, connect with people, have those conversations, learn about the Canisius Women Business Center and how it can help your small business. Or maybe you know someone in business, surprise your sister, your cousin, your auntie, bring them out and get them connected, because this is how we continue to grow our ecosystem. And when you talk about blueprinting the culture, some of the things that you were hitting on was like sparking me. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to pull back. But one of the things that I want to say is that you talked about sometimes we don't have family members who push us. We have those who are nervous because they haven't done these or done this thing, or maybe they did and it didn't go well for them. And sometimes the blueprint that we're passing down is fear. And, people are fearful of networking. People are fearful of meeting other people who are doing things because it makes you kick into high gear. And if you know you need to kick into high gear and you lack the support or you lack the discipline, you need to be in a room with people who have the energy, who are already moving forward. Come out and meet these amazing nominees, and get some of their energy, hug them, talk to them, congratulate them. And maybe next year you'll be celebrating a 10-year anniversary of Ignite with us.
Anyway, it's
the 9th year of anything is big because we know that I'm always talking about number 10. We are in the year number 1, which is new beginnings and, change. And sometimes we think it's about starting over, and it's not.
It's not.
It's about revamping, rebuilding, reinventing yourself, reigniting that fire of your business. So maybe you put Maybe you put the fire of your business out. Maybe you thought it wasn't a great idea or it wasn't going so well. Sometimes you just need to plug into an ecosystem that can support you. And I think that's what is happening there at the Canisius Women's Business Center. My daughter is graduating next month. So every time I say Canisius, I get a little bit, I'm not getting teary-eyed.
I was going to say, are you getting teary? No.
No, I don't cry. I don't cry. I don't get overly excited. I just,
you don't get overly excited?
She has no facial expression. Anyway.
She's like, you got to wrap up. No, but actually, before we do, we got to shout out Blueprint the Culture is going to be at the Ignite Awards.
Yes, we are going to be there. We're going to have a media lounge, but we're going to be there. But it's okay because you'll be back.
Yes.
And when you be back, we're going to be talking more about what to expect the day of Ignite. But tomorrow is the last day to get your early bird tickets.
Yes.
So make sure that you get your tickets. We will be back to talk about what to expect at Ignite. Blueprint the Culture will be there with the media lounge. We will.
I know, I can't wait.
And we have to talk about who's going to be. We have so many things to talk about.
Many things. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Do we tell them now or do we leave them hanging?
Cliffhanger.
Okay, I like it.
What do y'all say? Cliffhanger?
Okay. Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. Oh, I'm so excited.
Tune back in to find out who our amazing host is going to be.
This is going to be. What else? You have the last 2 minutes.
Oh, wait, still. I thought we were like
we have
over. Okay. Oh my gosh! Now I'm suddenly speechless.
No, don't worry about it. I have so much to say. So, Lauren,
so give me an on-ramp.
give us 30 seconds of what to expect from the Canisius Women's Business Center this year, like the upcoming thing, like what to expect. What is the vibe for Canisius Women's Business Center?
So the Women's Business Center, like I said, the community is incredible. We have all of these different cohorts that are meeting women in business at all the different levels of where you're at. Those cohorts they span about 10 months. And our graduating classes are going to be graduating this June.
Yeah.
And then over the summer, we're going to be having a summer social. And that's where we're going to be bringing everybody out again. So I'm going to be on here all the time. You're going to be like, she's back.
Lauren's the one to take over.
Yeah. But we have our summer social. So that's ultimately when we're bringing women within the community, bringing all of our graduates, our alumni, the women within our E-network, our Empower network who are there. And it's all about creating community and then giving that platform to be able to take you from where you are and give you a transformation over the course of a year to be able to get to that next step and creating that community and the resources and the relationships around you to do it. And then this summer, we are going to be working on filling all of those classes that are going to be starting in October. Another thing that's really exciting is we're going to be having an MWBE certification workshop, class, cohort. This is going to be this is something that we are going to be having as flagship cohort within our programming moving forward. It is such a need. It's such a space that is like, we need it. Women need to understand what an MWB certification is about. What does that give you? How do you apply for it? How do you leverage it? How do you move on from there? And again, the access, and then what do you do with it? So I'm so excited about that.
I am excited about that. Of course I'm excited about that. We are all things MWBE. I am excited. You all know, make sure you get your tickets because the Ignite and meet us tonight at WXYZ.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what you need to do.
And then we're going to push you to come to Ignite.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. This has been Blueprint the Culture. I love y'all.